Yo, peace, Sean Riley on behalf of HomefulSolutions.com. I actually don't know if it's morally right to do this video, but just thought I'd share a story with you, a little bit of a story. Just let you know where I come from, like my background, some of my background and how it relates to the time of year and where we are right now. Being Christmas, it's coming up to Christmas weekend, and this time in 2016, Christmas time, going into 2017, I was at a really low point with mental health. I've got borderline personality disorder, BPD, so I do find it hard from time to time. And during that time, Christmas last year, I was finding it hard to cope with mental health, and I spent Christmas Eve actually on a park bench. It was raining that night. It weren't heavy rain, it was mild really, but it wasn't very comfortable. It was an experience. I ended up having a mental health wobble where I was staying. I was not able to stay there that night. And yeah, I ended up sleeping on a bench. It's not the first time I've been in a bad situation over Christmas either, so yeah, it weren't that bad. I mean, I've been in 2011, I was in a homeless shelter down south, and that was another experience of being out there, suffering what the people on the streets, go through every day, what they're going through this year at Christmas. I've been through it, and the strangest thing is, I went through homelessness this year. Like, let's jump back to that night on the bench, 2016 going into 2017, Christmas Eve. That was just one night. I was fortunate. I had a bit of a mental health wobble. Couldn't stay where I was. Christmas Day, went to my mum's house. Everything was forgiven, forgotten. But I was still at a low ebb. I had to pretend for everybody and get on with Christmas. And then in April, in 2017, I actually became homeless again because of BPD. And I spent 5 months of the year in a tent. And then once I got housed in this place where I am right now, I got housed, and I'm 30 miles, roughly, about 25-30 miles away from any family, any friends, living totally isolated in an area that I don't know, living with borderline personality disorder. So I'm like, I struggle with it every day. I don't want to be alive most days, but you'll see me presenting to the camera, and you won't often hear me talk about this stuff. I don't like talking about mental health. I don't like admitting that I do have a problem. Sometimes it does get the better of me. And Christmas time is always one of them times where it gets the better of me, and I kind of feel a bit selfish. That's why I'm doing this video. You see me pumping out content all the time and talking about homelessness and what I want to do for the homeless and how I want to help others. Yeah, and I try to be selfless as much as I can. And I consider that right now on the streets, there's people out there going through a hell of a lot worse than what I'm going through. I've got a roof over my head. I can eat if I need to eat. I can cook food. I mean, I've only got a camp stove, but I'm making the best of it, cracking on. And you see Homeful Solutions and everything I do, and everything seems okie-dory. He does all these videos, but things are really not good. That's the truth of it. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video and just be real with people and just tell people, like, we've all got problems. I'm not saying I'm any worse than anybody else. I'm not, I don't exactly feel sorry for myself. It's just how it is, Just thought I'd share it with people that, there's a lot of people go through loneliness and hardship or even mental health around Christmas time. I'm not alone. It's everywhere. And I can relate to the people who are on the streets right now because I've been there myself, and I've been in that situation over Christmas. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with the audience because there's people who are new to the Homeful Solutions network. There's also people who know me a little bit, but they don't really know that side. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of give people a little insight that, you might see me on videos and I appear quite chirpy and positive, but that's not really who I am. That's me doing what I have to do to get where I need to be in life to help others. It's not actually the true me. Yeah, and that's what this video is about, is just to let people see that side. I mean, it's not a positive side. And I'll be honest, I've been struggling with mental health this last week, and I've really not wanted to be alive. And it's so horrible admitting that to myself first and foremost before admitting it to you guys. That sometimes I don't want to be alive, and the only reason I carry on with this shit is because I've got a dog. I mean, there she is, itching herself over there. Saf. Hello. Yeah, that's Saf. She keeps me going. And she actually helped me through homelessness. You know, some of the coldest, wettest, most horrible nights in the tent. 3-4 nights of rain, puddles in the tent. Absolutely soaking wet through at the time. And I'd have her snuggled up. She'd be zipped up inside my hoodie with the blankets over, and I'd be wet and she'd be warm. But knowing that the dog was going to be okay kind of always got me through, like, you know, as long as I made sure I'm okay enough just to look after her, that got me through. So I'm kind of in the same place at the moment. Like, I'm isolated, I'm on my own in this place over Christmas, I've got no money. I'd like to go out and do some outreach work and help some of these homeless groups doing outreach, but I don't have a pot to piss in right now, excuse the language. So it's going to be a lonely Christmas, a lonely New Year, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. So if things are going to go a little bit quiet on the Homeful Solutions front for the next couple of weeks, but don't think that I'm sat here feeling miserable doing nothing about anything. You know, I am working. What you're going to find is I'm going to go quiet after this video is posted. I'm actually going to go quiet online for a couple of weeks until New Year is out of the way and everybody goes back to being normal again, and it's not all the Christmas nonsense, basically, because it is just nonsense, isn't it, really? The rest of the year, when the people give a shit about each other the way they do at Christmas, they don't. It's all good deeds at Christmas, and it all gets forgotten about. I don't believe in it personally. But anyway, yeah, so the build up to Christmas, I'm going to go really quiet after this video is out there. Homeful Solutions is going to go really quiet, but the work still continues backstage. I'm going to be actually working harder than ever. I'm going to be pumping 16-hour days just to keep myself occupied, just so mental health doesn't take over. Because if that takes over, I don't even want to talk about what happens. It's scary what happens if the mental health thing falls off. Yeah, I could end up getting locked up or something like that. Or end up put on meds, anything. So it's best not to allow the mind to go down that route. You have to stay positive, stay focused. So if you suffer mental health, actually, I really relate to it. Drop a comment and share your experiences. Do you find it's harder over Christmas? I mean, the homeless, I can relate to it, but I can only imagine what they're going through. I say I can only imagine, I've been there. But, I mean, I know what they go through, yeah? And even for people that don't have an existing mental health condition, when you become homeless, it soon bloody gives you one. Yeah? Depression, anxiety, constant living in fear. You know, I would not wish that on anyone. So if you're watching this video and you can do anything to help these people, if you can get out on the streets, provide a bit of relief, or help them get somewhere to stay. And I'm not going to say temporary accommodation because it's bollocks. I'm going to do some videos about this in the new year, and I'm going to offend a lot of people in the new year, so I expect to be offended. But a lot of these charities, particularly the big ones, I mean the smaller ones really do care, particularly the big ones, most of their money goes on business costs, marketing, selling you the advert to get you to donate. And not a lot goes to services. And then the people who are actually trying to get access to service, they've got no ID. They can't get access to service. The legislation's fucked. So, yeah, I relate to everything they're going through, and it drives them into mental health. And all these charities that giving them access to this, that and the other, really what they're doing is they're taking them in as a temporary solution and they're kicking them back out on their asses again. That's the truth, folks. So before you actually go following these charities, if it's a local small community, yeah, get on board, give you money. If it's a big charity, get on board if you believe what they're doing, or if it's a role that you're going to do where it's going to help people. But don't blindly give these big charities money. It's just stupid. Yeah. If you want to do something, Provide long-term housing for people. You got a spare bedroom, yeah? Get a group of friends, go out, meet a homeless person, get to know someone, and then maybe bring them into your home. Most people say don't recommend that. If you've got a spare bedroom, and maybe if you're a bloke, yeah, it's a lot harder for women because women consider themselves to be at risk, be vulnerable, especially if they're children. You're a single guy, you've got a 2-bedroom house. If I had a spare bedroom, I'd be taking them in straight away. In a single property, it'd affect my rent, my tenants here, my new tenant. So there's all manner of reasons why I can't do that. If I was in a bigger property, absolutely, I'd go out on the streets and I'd bring somebody in. You know, what's to lose apart from people? The one thing that I hear as an argument to this actually is, oh well, what if they rob you? Yeah, but what if they don't rob you? You know what I mean? You've just saved somebody's life. You can help them get rehoused. That's just one option. GoFundMe.com, yeah? If you start getting to know anybody on the streets and you want to do a little bit to help them, there's these crowdfunding websites, GoFundMe and things like that. So you could get your ass over to one of them sites and start doing a bit of outreach with someone and try and create a funding page to get them some deposits or whatever. All kinds of mad ideas that I can't execute myself at the moment. So trust you guys with them anyway. But yeah. So yeah, prelude to Christmas. It's a bit of a topsy-turvy world if you've got BPD. It's a bit of a topsy-turvy world if you're homeless or if you've ever been through it. But I hope you are doing great things for Christmas, and I hope you enjoy Christmas with a smile on your face, even if I can't, yeah? So I'm going to leave it there. That's all for this video. I'll see you in the new year. Have a great Christmas. Have a great new year. See you in the next video. Peace.